Hey, what is up? What is going on, everybody? What is up, realists? All our realists out there that watch, of course, the Real Sports Talk here online on YouTube and wherever else. So, what's good on the internet? What's good in sports? My name is Akeem Balaam, and I'm giving you the recap of Game 1 in the NBA playoffs between the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Really wasn't much of a game, especially after midway through. The Oklahoma City Thunder absolutely blew out the Houston Rockets. Final score 120-91. And it looked like that if you saw the game, that the blowout was actually going to begin early. It looked like that the rout was actually going to begin early. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the Thunder were up at one point 13-2. Then the Rockets looked like they came back. They were able to cut the OKC lead all the way down to 2. But of course they could not break through and even take the lead at one point. But they did try to come back. They did try to do some things. But really the story of the game, at least in that first quarter, was the fact that both teams really didn't shoot all that well. Everybody was talking about, James Harden, how's he going to do in his first playoff series, no longer with OKC, now that he's on Houston. But really the story of that first quarter was the fact that neither team really shot all that well in the first quarter. But the problem is that the Houston Rockets really didn't shoot all that well for the game. Oklahoma City did. If I'm not mistaken, Oklahoma City wound up shooting north of 50% from the field for the game, en route to this absolutely just blowout victory. Just pasted the Houston Rockets all over the state of Oklahoma. Once again, final score turned out to be 120-91. Just going over a little bit of stats as far as this game went. Kevin Durant turned out to be the leading scorer for either team. He had 24. Russell Westbrook, of course, also chiming in with 19. Serge Ibaka, 17 points, also 3 blocked shots. That's, of course, what he does. And then Kevin Martin off the bench with 16 coming through also for the OKC efforts, for the OKCs. So then you go over to what Houston did, and they had only one player, James Harden, with 20 points. Only James Harden was the lone starter for Houston who scored in double-digit points. They were able to get a couple of double-digit performances from a couple of their bench players, but other than that, not too good of an effort in Game 1 if you're Houston. Certainly some things that you got to look at, and certainly a lot of things that you got to adjust heading into Game 2, as Game 2 will also be played as well in Oklahoma City. So there's your final score. There's your recap. Houston Rockets, Oklahoma City Thunder, all Thunder all the time as they defeat the Rockets. Once again, final score 120-91. Really rounding out a day where the story of the NBA today, the NBA playoffs, was really blowouts after blowouts after blowouts after blowouts. These games today, unlike some of the games on Saturday, these games really were not all that competitive. Atlanta, Indiana was not really all that competitive. The Heat and the Bucks, that was not all that competitive. That turned out to be a blowout for Miami. They defeated the Bucks 110-87. But then again, who really should expect that game or that series to be competitive in any way, shape, or form? Then you had San Antonio and the Lakers, which had its tense moments, but once again turned out to be a huge dominant victory for the Spurs. And now tonight in the final game on Sunday, Thunder all over the Houston Rockets. Houston, you got a problem there, I say. 120-91. If they keep on playing like that, this Houston, they'll have a huge problem, and that is getting ousted in the first round of the NBA playoffs in 2013. So there's your recap. Hope you enjoyed all the games Sunday, and also keep it locked, of course, to the Real Sports Talk for all your NBA analysis and all your recaps as the 2013 NBA playoffs continue to emanate. Keep it locked here for the best NBA coverage any place, anywhere. So once again, for Tim, Justin, everybody behind the scenes, also Emily, Section 215, for everybody behind the scenes, my name is Akeem Balaam of the Real Sports Talks, and once again, see y'all on the internet someplace. More NBA playoff videos, of course, to come. Keep it locked to our coverage. Thank you, everybody.